FlossTube, it's Sarah, our Stitching Kingdom. Welcome back. I'm back from Fall Fling. It was Spring Fling, lots of fun. See, Janine even called it Fall Fling, and so did Jerry, so it's not just us. And I think Michelle did too, but it's all good. So it is Thursday, the 11th of April. We got back on Monday night. It was really late, and then the last couple days have just been hectic with playing catch-up and spending time with my family and everything. So we're good. We're here, and grab your favorite beverage. Diet Dr. Pepper for me. In the fountain. Double ice. Gotta love it. And buckle down, because it hopefully won't be too long, but I've got some haul, and I've got stories, and magical stitches, so it's all good. First things first, we'll jump into magical stitches. Last week the assignment was that we had some trouble going on in the castle, and we needed to do 300 stitches for each of those assignments. So the first one is the Fat Lady Vanishing, and we were supposed to start on something, or stitch on something that was 75% complete, so that we were close to finishing, and I actually have a finish. So without further ado, I have my Stargate that I was able to do 300 stitches on. I was so happy. Stargate sampler by Boss Check on Etsy. And the original pattern is like white on black, but I decided to change it to color. And this is for my friend Lelania, and so we'll get that to her. So excited. So, yep, super excited that it's finished. And it says there's no place like home, and because this earth, this sign right here is the symbol for earth, so I guess technically it's there's no place like earth or Terra, but yep, that's what I love. So I have a finish on that. Super excited. And then the next assignment, so I got 300 stitches into that, and the next assignment, 308 actually. And the next assignment is Professor Snape changing a lesson plan. So we had, and it was to go with something that you made a mistake on and you just kind of ran with it. And I'm trying to find my stitching. Where are you, things unseen? There you are. It's hiding. Apologize about that. And I actually worked on this this week as well, so you'll see it's a little bit further. And I'm not fancy in doing pictures of what it looked like before, but this is the final product of what it's going to look like. And it's a 3-part mystery. All 3 parts are released. But where I was I had this part up here, the words right here, so I moved down to this kind of flower looking thing, and you'll see where I've got into stitching on that. I finished the flower border. I guess I could do this. Hold please. There we go. There. So I'll fold it up. So it got finished from here and then came down into this flower right here. Sorry, the Cheshire Cat's in the way. But the next section I started working on was this flower right here, and I got to about here because this all counted as my 300 stitches, so lots of fun. And then this is the progress that I've made this week on it, which helped fulfill a homework assignment. So, but that's things unseen. I'll bring it back for what I'm talking about in a second. So we'll put her right there. And then we needed to work on dark fabric because the Dementors were hanging around the castle causing people to black out, because they're not fun. They suck the fun out of everything. There's a few Dementors. I'm sure everybody knows a Dementor in their life, so you know, it happens, it sucks, but it's all good. So we had to stitch on dark fabric, and so I did Cardinal Points by Long Dog Sampler, and that's what it's going to look like. I got to see Shelley's Shelly Key X Stitches Long Dog, and it was gorgeous. She's lots further than me. But it's just an 18 count Aida, nothing fancy. And this is a butterfly. I was stitching it and realized it kind of looks, if you look at it, it's kind of looks like somebody flipping you off, and now I can't unsee it. But that's okay. And then this needle minder I have is from my Peacock box that I opened from Stitchy Box, which is their new line of needle minders, which I'm super excited about. But that's where I am on that. Got the corner done. Get to move into some pretty colors for that butterfly. But again, that's cardinal points. Super fun. I'm enjoying it. That's in my Christine bag that I got off her D-Statch. I was super, super lucky. My La Luna. De La Luna. I love her. So pretty. Okay, and then let's see here. And then I finished my beading on 10B. I had to go get some more beads. I had to stop at Shepherd's Bush. But I got beading done. I got, so I get to move it up because that's pretty much, there's some more beads that need to go. There's some more work that needs to be done right here in these blank spaces. So, oops, so sorry. So there's more work that needs to be done over here and in here with bead and fabric, or in thread, but that's what it's going to look like finished. It's a very symmetrical design, and the picture does not do it justice. You have to see this in order to see all the different beads and all the different specialty stitches. Super fun. And that is by Wending Stitches on Etsy. I'll link her below. And she's also on Instagram. She's in England. And she actually, this is based on a place that she likes to go visit in Wales called Tenby. So, because there's actually and you can't really see it right here because, well, right here in this motif and in all the little motifs right here, there are T's. She has something that shapes the letter T, and that's how she started the design, which I think is really cool. So, put that over there. And then I was stitching on locks and keys to finish up a challenge, the ultimate challenge for 7 prisoners in Malfoy Manor. And so, locks and keys, because if you're locked up. And I finished locks and keys. I got 331 out of 1,000 stitches done on this one. Love it. It's so pretty. And this is by Shakespeare's Peddler. And it's finished. I'm so excited. I don't know why. There, that's better. That's a better. But, yep, locks and keys. And it was a kit that was on her website. You can get it just as the pattern, or a kit that comes with the linen. That's linen and the silk. And you just use one strand of silk. And then I've got, so because I didn't quite finish all the required stitches on that homework, I worked on Wicked Plant by Barbara Anna, because in my thought, this is something that Narcissa Malfoy would have on her mantelpiece. So let me get what the picture looks like. That's the final design. And I am actually using a conversion that my friend Heather, Kawaii Girl 07, did, and I asked her for it, and she's like, yeah, sure, here it is. So, but it's her conversion, it is not mine. But I was able to finish, move the snaps, but I was able to finish out the rest of the stitching on it. So, Audrey, don't look, there's spiders. But I finished the little mouse and the tail and the bird. You excuse me. And the leaves. You excuse me again. And then I moved over here, and there were some berries that I didn't finish. And that I did finish, that I was able to finish. So I finished up over here, like all these little guys. And then I moved over here. And I can't remember if I had that bird stitched or not. I don't think I did. And then I had this pumpkin stitched, and then all down here is stitched. So I just have all this way to go. So super excited. Again, that's Wicked Plant by Barbara Anna. And the fabric is one that I got in a stitchy box. It's a sage 28 count, I think. Maybe 32. But I'm getting close on that one. Super excited. It's a good one. It's a fun one. And so finished my stitches for that. And then Thursday we left to go to Oregon. It was super fun. We left really early in the morning. It took us about 13 hours to get there. That was with stops, and we didn't make really long stops, but we also had a time change. So Oregon is an hour behind us. So which is fine, not a big deal. And it rained, which we figured, but we came home to rain, and so it was like we're gonna be little ducklings. So I was really excited because we stopped at Panera in Boise for lunch, so that was lots of fun. It's been a long time since I've had Panera. It's one of my favorite places, and they're putting one in the airport in Salt Lake, but I don't go to the airport a lot. So hopefully they'll get really popular and they'll need to make a couple new locations. So Panera, if you're listening, please listen. And I also saw that on the Great Biscore New Swap that they are doing their new exchange is coming up. And so the theme is fantasy. And of course I said, I'm totally in. Let's do it. So I'm excited. I haven't picked out what I'm going to do yet, but I think I've got a couple ideas swirling around. And then went to Shari's for dinner when we got to the hotel. We stayed at in Tigard, which is a suburb of Portland, and it's just right there and was close to everything. And we've stayed in that hotel before, and they've got a good breakfast, and the staff is really nice. So the beds are comfy, so that's always important. But so we did that, and there's a place called Shari's, and they have amazing pie and amazing food. And for those who are more local, they're kind of like a Denny's, Marie Callender's. The pie and Marie Callender's or Village Inn, and then probably Village Inn or a little bit more home style, so maybe Marie Callender's food. I'm not sure, but anyway, really good price, really good food. Had a hamburger. And then Friday was so much fun, and I will insert pictures at the end of all our adventures, because of course we took pictures. So, but Friday we drove down to Corvallis and got to go to Starlight Stitchery and met with Amanda and Pamela, and they are amazing. Loved them so much. They opened at 10 and we got there about 10:30, so it was really nice that, you know, we got there right as they opened, and it was really quiet. We could kind of roam around the shop, and I compared it to Shepherd's Bush, where they're small. They're actually smaller than Shepherd's Bush. They don't have as much upper wall space as they do, but they're a cute little store. And so if you are in that Pacific Northwest area, go to Starlight Stitchery. I'll link them below. And then Michelle, when she gets back from Stitchnanigans, said that she was going to be going and doing some live sales like McKenna does at the attic to help them clear out their old inventory, because there's some treasures that she found, and there's some treasures that I found, and I was super excited. So, and I'll swing back around and do haul in a second. So we'll just go through the week. And they also recommended Riva's, which had some amazing Mexican food. I wanted an enchilada. They sounded good, but Audrey and Michelle got these. It was a loco burrito. It had french fries in it and bacon and avocado, and I was like, ooh, maybe I should have gotten that one, but that's okay. And then so we hung out with Michelle and Audrey for a little bit, and you know, like I said, Pamela and Amanda were so amazing. Love them so much. Really, really awesome ladies. And they're really doing a lot of good. So go check them out. They also have an online store, so Amanda was entering the inventory as we were browsing. That's what she was doing. So go check them out. They are amazing. They have a YouTube channel too that I'll link below. And then we went out to Newport because it was just, it was like an hour out, and we're used to driving in Utah, so it's like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a long drive. It takes us 45 minutes to get to, Salt Lake, so and then like 30, 20 minutes to get to Ogden. So it's not a big deal. We're used to driving. It's okay. So went out, wandered around Newport, got out on the beach, and it was really, really windy, but it was really cool because we saw blackberry bushes growing on the beach, and it was just really neat. And then we went up and stopped at Yakina Lighthouse, and it's a natural preserve area that's used by the Forest Service, and got to see that lighthouse. Didn't go in, but we got to see lots of birds. They were on this big, huge rock out in the middle of the ocean, and all of a sudden they're like kind of flying everywhere, and it was because a bald eagle was coming down for lunch. And to see a bald eagle by the ocean was super cool. Like, we don't see him in Utah a lot, and so to see him out there in the wild, it was really cool to see that. And then we kind of drove back up kind of through Beaverton and everywhere, Lincoln City. And so my mom was like, I think we need to come back. And I was like, yes, we need to come back with the rest of the family. And so hopefully that's going to be next summer vacation. We don't know. We're figuring it out, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And then it was Acorns and Threads shop night. So we got back in time for that. And I have my haul there, and Sarah really Izzy really enjoyed going to Acorns and Threads and meeting everybody, and she's like, there's a lot of people, but I was like, again, it's a smaller shop, so when there's a lot of people, it gets a little crowded. But it was lots of fun. Got her some fabrics for she found a mirabilia that she wanted to do at Starlight Stitchery, so we got her the fabric for that, and so we're really excited. And then where did we eat? I think we had Italian that night. It was really good. Yes, we did. We went over by Pastini's, I think is what it was called, and it was really, really good. So we had for dinner on Friday. And then Saturday was the first day of Spring Fling, and it was so much fun, and I'll do a whole Spring Fling part in a second. But I'm going to do the stitching part. I stitched on Alice Quaker, and this bag is part of my haul, but I'm not going to show it yet. And that's not right. Is that it? No, there it is. And this is what she's gonna look like when she's done. This is an out of print pattern. Mine is on loan to me. Oh, I'm sorry about that red flashy light. Hang on, let's fix that. You know what? Come here. Earthquake, I apologize. Trying to cover a red flashy light. Maybe I just get tape. Anywho. There we go. That's what Alice looks like. And this is where I'm at. And I did no counting. It was great. Didn't have to do any counting. So I finished up these motifs. This motif's almost finished. And this is the bottom of the design, so bottom of that page. And so I'm gonna move, there's a door right here for the dormouse, and then I'm gonna move over here because there's a motif right here with a mouse, with the dormouse in it. And then there's some keys and some smoke from the caterpillar, so. But yeah, I'm just right. I'm working on this motif right here, so love it. She's all done. This craziness of the hedge maze is all done, so love it, love it. So I worked on her, and that was super fun because a lot of people are like, oh! And it's fun to see it and walk around and see what other people are working on. And the ladies that sat at our table, Anna is a local, and she actually, her company did the catering for Fall Fling, and it was really, really good food. But it was fun to sit with her and talk some more with her. And then Doris, we met last year, and she finished up the Blue Moroccan Lace Mandala by Chatelaine, and seeing that, I was like, okay, I'm working on that. I've got to get that one. And then we went out, and Izzy started stitching on the Spring Fling piece that we got, and it was her first time stitching on linen with silk, and she got it finished. She finished it Monday night as we were driving in, so I didn't get a picture of it. I need to, but she's got her own FlossTube channel too, so I'm sure she'll record it and talk about it. And then we went to dinner at Oswego Grill, which was really, really good, and it's right there. It's actually around the corner from the temple, from the Portland Temple. So we drove up to the temple, took pictures. It was really pretty, a nice day to take pictures. The cherry blossoms were out, the flowers were out, so really, really fun. And then Sunday we did stitching at Spring Fling again, and I worked on this guy, which is the Mushroom Biscornu. Mushroom and birds. And as I was driving yesterday, Monday, I finished it. I finished one of the bottom pieces, but where'd my thing go? Lost my cardboard. Oh, it's right here. Hold, please. But this is the bottom of the Biscornu. And then this line right here is what you use to join the two pieces together. So, worked on that. And I'm working on, started one of the birds right there. And started that the other day, so lots of fun. And this is by Tiny Modernist. She's got a lot of fun little Biscornus, so working on that guy. Gonna be starting another one because I must stitch all the Biscornus. It is required. And this is in a Notions pouch that I got from Caroline off the Grid Needle Arts. I won one of her giveaways. And this is the Seagull Point fabric because I wanted the bag and couldn't afford the bag, and so I was really excited that I got that when I won her giveaway. So she's amazing. I'll link her below. I think she's already linked below actually. So and then we drove out to Astoria, and if you are an 80s baby, if you're a 90s baby, or if you're a geek in general, you know what movie was filmed in Astoria. And so we ate at Moe's that was down on the coast, and so we saw a seal and just lots of fun little wildlife and some boats go by, and had some really good food. I had some fried clams that were amazing, and their clam chowder was fantastic. So Moe's, if you're ever on the Oregon coast, go to Moe's. And then drove up to the Goonie Museum. Basically there's the Flavel Museum, Maritime Museum, that they used for the inside of the house, the inside of the museum where Mikey's dad worked. And then part of it was the porch, and then if you go around the corner, there's the houses that they used. So and I didn't get a picture of the houses, but I got a picture of the museum. And then there's the county jail that they filmed the breakout scene from, and then right next to the jail is the ORV with the bullet holes, and it's even complete with bullet holes. So it was awesome. It was the best thing ever. Still geeking out about it. And so I'll add pictures at the end, of course. And that was fun. We drove home or drove back to the hotel, and we were in these like kind of back roads. It was like 45, 55 and kind of curvy and very foresty. And so I was like, if somebody starts playing the song from Deliverance, I'm out of here. But it was lots of fun. It was a really nice drive. My mom's a trooper. She's amazing. Love that, I offered to drive and she's like, no, I got this. And so she likes driving. So, haul. All right. Really, oh no, wait, sorry. Just kidding. This week's homework, really quick, is for, we have two projects that are competing to get our attention because we have two friends that are kind of fighting, and we want to pay attention to both of them, but sometimes that's a little crazy. So it's friend versus friend is what we're calling it. So I was able to get 500 stitches done in Things Unseen. And that's what this part is right here. I finished this line right here, touched, or this line right here, the word touched, finished out, because I think that when I ended at my original part, for the the task I used it for previously, I only had this little V part. So I finished out the rest of these kind of flowery looking guys in the middle, and then started on the bird. So that's my 500 stitches there. So I finished that up on Tuesday, I think. Yes, on Tuesday I finished that. I'm like trying to decipher my notes here. But, so finished that on Tuesday and then started working on my Mr. Peacock's Garden because it's the Linens and Threads 2019 mystery sampler. Because I really want to get more of him done because I really like him. And I was going to do Alice, but she's gotten a lot of love lately, so... Oops. You can go right there. So this is... And it's a free stitch along. It's a free pattern, and they have April up now, which is really cool because it's 2 swans. Here, I'll just show what April looks like. What it looks like for April. So, I'm working on the peacock right now, but this is April's square. This is March's square. I've not even gotten there, but so this was January. The frames were all February, and then March and April. And this is where I'm at. So I got one of his plumes done last night and started down here, back down here. So, and this is with a Silks for You color that I bought on Etsy, and it's a hank. So it is a big old piece of stitching of silk floss. And the nice thing is you only use one strand at a time, and that's just on a 28 count, I want to say, or 32. I can't remember what count it is. I'm bad at that. So I'm working on that for my next 500 stitches. And then we'll catch you up next week on that part anyway. So, haul. Now it's haul, I promise. So when we were at Spring Fling, this was sitting at our desk, at our table, along with our raffle ticket and a guessing thing. So, and I'll insert a picture of what it looks like as well. But we got this gorgeous yellow linen, and then these Gloriana silks. So pretty. And I wonder if I can do this. And then Spring Fling. And if you can copy that, good on you. But I will insert a picture of what it looks like. It's actually a pouch. Is what Jolyn finished it into, with this beautiful ladybug fabric, and it's a silky ladybug fabric that Sarah or Izzy, she was determined to win that. And usually what they do is, like, if they have a little contest, and whoever finishes the project first of that weekend, because there's some fast stitchers, they win something. And so a girl named Jamie, I want to say. I can't remember her name. I'm so sorry. Yes, Jamie. She finished it first and got the fabric, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry," she's like, "She really wants to get that fabric, doesn't she?" I was like, "Yeah, she does. She's pretty determined." She's like, "Don't worry, she'll get it." And so she cut out a square, and then she gave the rest of the fabric to Izzy. And so I thought it was super, super nice. It was awesome. That's what I love about this community, is that people see that you want something, or that, they're willing to help out, and they're willing to, they take what they need and they give the rest, away. And I think that's super awesome, and I love the stitchy kindness that happens. So, and then we got a stitching wallet, and Jolyn was teaching us how to do some wool applique, and that's what I did on mine. And then in this wallet we have, so it looks like this, and this is Liz from Stitchy Box has made these, so, but they're nice felt. It's a stitching wallet, so there's a gauge, a ruler in there, and then a needle thread there. Oops. And this adorable, whoopsies, ladybug needle minder. So cute. And Jerry's so cute. She comes up with these fun little themes. Last year it was recycle and acorns, obviously, because it's acorns and threads, but and then we get beads every year, so the name tags are recyclable and you wear them. And then so this was fall fling, and then this cute little ladybug was for spring fling, and then for acorn gathering I want to say it was like said 2019 or something like that. And then Sunday we got pins, because when Janine and Roz go to Nashville, all of the vendors have pins. It's kind of like a little pin trading thing, and you know where this is from because it's cheap in Shepherd's Bush, so I got those. And so they were willing to, they were going through their stash of pins, and they shared it with us, which I thought was very generous and very amazing, so thank you guys so much. I'm out of focus a little bit. And then we also, on Sunday, we got these cute little jars passed out to us, and so they're metal, or they're glass, and then they each have a little bit of the ladybug fabric in it, so to use what we want. There's enough to make a lining for a small bag, but I like it looking like that. And then the wonderful and talented Jolene taught us how to make these cute little ladybug bug cushions. They're pin cushions, so he's puffy, and glued all that in, and there's a magnet on the bottom, so he's gonna stay in here in my sewing room. So cute, I love him. And then we also did, it's optional, but we also did a smalls exchange, and mine came in this really cute little box. It says stay humble and stay kind, which everybody needs that. And then this beautiful, so it came with some etoile, blue sparkly etoile. And then this cute little pillow with the little bunnies and the blue flowers. And blue flowers on the back. And it's very, very firm. I like it. Super fun. Okay. Now for Starlight Stitchery haul. Like I said, it's gonna be a long one, friends. Okay. So I got a couple things, because I'm kitting up a couple of these hands-on designs. I'm not doing that one yet. But for the broomstick challenges, this is for Quidditch, for the 700,000 Quidditch, because there was a bat curse that was used. So I'm going to be using that one. And then broomstick fuel. So I'm going to be using that one for 7 players in Quidditch, and the 7 potters because they fly on the broomsticks. So super excited. And there's Krynick in there. So I got all of the Classic Colorworks. And I was watching somebody's FlossTube, and they're also stitching these. Who was I watching? It was really recent. I want to say it was Christine. No. I'll look it up and I'll link it below, or when I'm editing, but they're Classic Colorworks and they're so fun and they're very pastel-y, and you don't think Halloween, but they are. They're very much Halloween. So I got those to work on those. And then I got 3 of the Krynicks. Oopsies, earthquake. And they're number 4 braid. They're not blending filament, but there's this really pretty purple and a gray and an orange. So I'll put those over there. And I actually have double of those because Acorns and Threads had a whole pack. So I went and got those, and so now I have lots. And then, so I also got the mushroom, or the cherry blossom biscornia by Tiny Modernist. And I got Blooming Scissor Fob by Nikki's Creations. And this cute little Old Glory that I think I'm going to stitch for my Girl State girls. Make it into a little pin. And Mermaid Biscornu, which I think I have already, but you know, it's okay. And then my first two Blackbird designs. So first one is Lady Liberty, and it's even got directions on how to finish into the drum. So fun, so pretty. And then this other one I have is Hats Off to Uncle Sam. And there's even directions on how to make the cute little hat too. So super excited. Yeah, so treasures to be found at Starlight Stitchery. So put you over here. And then my Acorns and Threads haul. Because I saved and knew this is what I wanted to do. Oopsies. So I got, or Izzy saw this and it's like, Mom, you need to get that. So it's a Flamingo Buttons and Beads No Hill Kit. And then the Krynic pack for the hands-on design. But I like the purple I got and the orange. I like those ones better than what's in this pack because they're a little bit more sparkly. So it's fine. It'll be good. You know, I'll figure out a use for them. You can never have too much. So that can all go together now. And then for the fabric for them, because I'm all wanting to do them all together, it is Belfast Linen 32 count in vintage smoky white. And it's really, kind of looks like marble, so I think that that's going to look really good. So there's one of that. And and that's all the thread on it. That purple is really pretty. So it'll be really, really pretty. I'm super excited. Oops. So now I can kit all that up, put it all together, and start it. Super excited. And there's 9 of these, I want to say, of the Scary Apothecary. So, okay, put you over there. And then I also got Heartstring Samplery. This is the Seaside Edition, Festive Little Fobs. Lots of cute. I've wanted this one for a while. And then they had the trunk show basically of these little fobs set up for Beth Twist, and they are adorable. And I wanted to get them all, but I only chose 2. I got the Americana one as well. And then snagged me a copy of this, The Quilting Bee by Janine McGowan of the Blue Flower. Super excited to start on her. And I also got Halloween Quaker. And I was looking on the back, or looking at this picture down here. And I was like, oh, that is genius, because look at that. So this motif is this motif right here with the cats. And then right down here are the little houses right here. So you can totally break this up and make them into smalls, which I thought was genius. So got that. And then they also had a Satsuma Street trunk show, and saw this guy and these guys and couldn't say no. So it's called Till Death by Satsuma Street, and it's a whole little kit. It's got the paper, it's got the beads, all the fun stuff, even little sequin guys. So that was my haul from them. Excited to get started on some of these things and looks, you know, have them hang out in my stash too. I need to go through and reorganize. Okay, and then for haul, got a few things show up on my doorstep. Woodlet Trading Company, which is Emmy here on FlossTube. Her and her sisters have started an Etsy shop, and look at this super cute card. And she's Woodlet Paper Crafts as well. So, Got a cute, it's Emmy, Tessa, and Callie. So, their shop is super cute. I'm going to link it below. And I ordered a grime guard that Emmy made. And they threw in some extra goodies, and I was super excited about it. The paper is super adorable. Butterflies and flowers. And so this is the grime guard I got. It's for 8x8 Q-Snap. And I totally tore through that without showing you what their cute little... Sorry about that. But I'm crazy that way. Oh, come on. Also met Amelia at Starlight Stitchery, and she was coming to Fall Fling, or Spring Fling as well. So it's a Harry Potter castle. And it's got really good stretch, so I'm super excited. So I'm going to throw that on one of my 8x8 Q-Snaps. And there's plenty of room. There, that's better. It smells really good too. And then they also threw in, this is some hand-dyed fabric that Emmy did, and it's perfect for a small. And it's called Blackberry, and it's 28 count even weave. And that's one that she dyed herself, and it's gorgeous. Edges are perfectly serged. Quality stuff. So I'm excited to stitch on this and see what other fabrics they have, which is amazing. So, and then also a cute little card, another handmade. Oh, it's a holiday bottle thank you tag. So you can put that on a bottle of wine or whatever you choose. So super, super cute. But yes, Woodlet Trading Company, or Woodlet Trading Post. Check them out. I will link them below. They're on Etsy. And then I also got this amazing sampler that McKenna at Jean Sequins and at 1884 Stitchery is her shop online. Ouch. Oh, I just cut myself. That's fabulous. But I got her sampler that her and Arlene Cohen by Works by ABC did. And it is gorgeous. So pretty. I love the colors. It's all done in DMC. It even gives you a stitch count, which is really nice. And it's Mary Hogg 1830. And it says Mary Hogg stitched this sampler in 1830 when she was 13 years old. Further information about Mary and stitching notes about her sampler are found inside. So I'm super excited. There's some more information about it. But I love the colors in it. Not normal sampler colors if you think about it, but there's an eyelet alphabet. So don't know when I'll start that, but I'm super excited. And it was very, very well priced. Love it. You'll see a lot of it. Michelle, I know, is picking hers up when because she's there for Stitch Shenanigans right now. So I'm excited. I have McKenna's shop linked below too. And then got some Happy Mail from Miss Julie. I think that was it. It's the Dragon Biscornu from Tiny Modernist. Super exciting. And then what I was really excited about and kind of bummed about at the same time, because I was not at home to see it come in, but it is my Blue Moroccan Lace Kit from European Cross Stitch Company. And it comes with the fabric and all the things I need to do this. And I will do an unboxing separately. So I'm super excited. I was looking at the flosses needed and stuff, because seeing if I needed DMC. This does not have a stitch of DMC in it, which is kind of exciting. So this is literally the whole kit. And I got that as part of my birthday present. So I think that's it. Like I said, it was a long one. I'm gonna have it broke into 2 sections here, so but I hope you have a great week. And I totally forgot to welcome anybody back. I apologize, and if you're new, welcome. I'm still new with this whole FlossTube thing. I started it about a year ago. It'll be a year in October. Oh, and speaking of October, Snug Harbor Crafts. Hi Deb, hi Kev. They're having a retreat. I'm so excited. They announced last week that they had a couple of dates that they were looking at. One was an August date and one is an October date, and because we're not in Utah, there's a lot of Utah stitchers that, you know, can't go to a lot of the retreats, or even local, you know, kind of nearby. And Utah, they have a weekend, we call it UEA weekend or fall break. It used to be that the teachers would go and take classes and stuff from the Utah Education Association, but they've really, you know, because not a lot of the teachers would go, they want to spend time with their family because, hey, it was a break. And so we're doing it over that fall break, and it's the 17th, 18th, and 19th of October of this year. I know that that's the same weekend as Midwest, but, you know, it's okay. You can, you know, maybe Midwest will change a week, or maybe we'll, you know, because this one, it's very flexible because it just depends on what weekend it is. So I'm sure it'll change. Maybe next year those people can come too, or who knows what goes on. But I'm excited. I told her, I was like, hey, take my money. Tell me if you need help. Take my money, you know, 3 spots at least. And it's nice because it's probably going to be in Farmington, which is not far from us. We don't have to get a hotel or anything. So, super excited. Super excited for them. And super excited to go. Deb, Kev, if you need any help, hit me up. You know my number. I think that's it. We had spring break last week, so kids didn't get up to a lot of stuff. We've got Girl State spring training on Saturday, so I've been working on getting girls into cities, and so I can get them to their counselors, and we're going through applications tonight, seeing who's turned them in, who hasn't, and all that fun jazz. So hopefully we'll get everything sorted out. It's kind of crazy, kind of fun. Oh, shout outs. That's the other thing. I knew there was something else. I got to meet Stephanie, who's one part of Pixie Dust Stitchers. Oh, and the other part of Pixie Dust Stitchers is Wendy, and she had this amazing bag that I just had to get at Fall Fling, or Spring Fling, because, so here's the back. Doesn't show you much, but here's the front. Ah! Fun little teapots. It's a nice thicker vinyl. And then this needle pull, or zipper pull, is amazing with the sparkles. So, I saw that. And it also has Bags by Wendy at the bottom. And I'll link Pixie Dust Stitchers down below as well. They have a cute YouTube channel. They're really sweet. Stephanie and Wendy. And so I was like, oh, I know what's going in there. Alice. Because, of course, we must. So Alice has a new home. And I liked the bag I had her in before, but it's a little big, so I think I'm going to use that one as a tote bag for multiple projects. Just put a couple of project bags in there. But yes, so I have, Alice has a new home in a very cute bag. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to show the pattern there. If you can get, yeah, that's not much of it. So, and then some of it's blocked off. Ha ha. So, I apologize about that. It's been a day, like I said. I hope you have a great week. I hope that if you're having a bad time, that, you know that there's people out there thinking about you and supporting you, and this community is amazing. Reach out to us. We're here for you. It's one of the kindest communities that I've ever been a part of, and just some amazing stuff going on. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for spending some time with me. I've got a lot of catch up on for FlossTube, so I've been going down the list. That's why I couldn't remember who was stitching on the broomstick fuel and things like that. It's driving me crazy. Who was that? Anyway, I'll post it below for sure. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, so this is the brag table. And look at this. Gorgeous cut work and embroidery done by Carol Lee. And this beautiful guy. And there's one of Jerry's 1/1 on 40. This one is a little canvas.
I haven't either, and I was thinking,
And there's our cute bag. There's another one of Jerry's over 140.
I don't have anything framed.
You don't need to frame it.
Oh, I know. I just
I love this fabric that this is on.
I know my great grandmother did that. I brought that in. So beautiful.
wow.
That's cool.
I did too. I used to do
I actually still, when she passed away, my grandmother, she really wants that she gave it to me, so I have some of the beverage threads, and I was reading it, and if you make it, you get the frame, so I imagine that frame came after she made it, she says.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
This is
I want to generally make one and say, hey, send me the frame.
I love the circles. And these crows right here, fun. This is the ship's manor. Sal, I need to get in on those. Those are fun. Oh, and the dragons of Sumatra. Gorgeous. I love the purple Ada it's on. And Doris did this one. She's at our table today, and that one. I need to find that one. And Lizzie Kate's go green. And some really fun streets. Love these. I love this one right here. And this Lucy Red Sinclair is gorgeous. And some really pretty hand-dyed fabric. Pretty blocky threads. And that's it for the brag table. We'll see you later.